Right, so this is Mercedes E350, and this is the original key that it got. It's not locking or unlocking the door. The only way to get in is by opening the metal key that you have, and then actually unlocking the door after that. Right? After you get into the car, another problem that it got is once you put the key inside of the ignition, and see it says key does not belong to vehicle. Again, this is the original key. So we need to find out if the problem is with the ignition switch or the key or both. And the first thing, we'll start off with replacing the ignition switch for the lady. And in order to do that, we need to open the kick panel. We got a couple of screws. Right, so after the kick panel was dropped, the best way to reach out to the ignition switch would be from the inside of the kick panel. You want to try and get a hold of the ignition switch. And for that you will need to use another screwdriver. So let me show you exactly how you want to open the ignition switch. Okay. So taking out the ignition switch on a Mercedes E350. I want to let you know that here you have two metal clips, so you want, before taking anything apart, you want to
press on that and then push it down, so that way you'll be able to unclip it. This is the first step to getting the ignition switch apart, actually. So here by the vents you need to be careful, as there are two clips that keep this center dashboard in the center. A lot of people tend to break them down, but once I'll take it out, I'll show you exactly how you need to press on it to not damage the center console. Here you want to disconnect all of the connectors first before doing anything. This is the exact movement that you need to do in order for you to unlock this clips from the middle dash. So once you turn it a certain way, it opens up, you pull it out, and there you go. You have a dashboard taken apart without damaging or ripping any of the plastic. Here with the steering wheel, you will need to mess around with this cover a little bit. You will need to push the steering wheel down and then up, and then play around with taking it again apart. After that is done, most of the mechanics tend to just take apart the steering column and then pull out the ignition switch, because there is a metal tube that prevents you from taking out that ignition switch. Well, I want to let you know that that actually is not the case, and you do not need to remove the steering column lock. Instead, just keep paying attention to the video and I'll show you. You will need to push back and a little bit down on this particular ignition switch to take it off, and then after that, you don't want to rip it apart. First things first, take out the connectors. It might be a little bit of a pain in the ass to do so, but you will not damage the components once again, because I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of ignition switches in general at our service where the pins would be just bented, or some other problems would happen with it because someone would not take it apart the way that they should.
Right, so before starting it, we want to first charge the battery a little bit. Of course, you want to make sure that the ground is connected to the ground, and we got it right here, and then positive is connected to the positive. Do not switch it, because once you will switch it, you'll have more problems, like the engine computer might short out, or some other modules might be damaged. So you want to avoid that. So positive to positive again, red and red, black and black, and there you go. That's how you want to charge it. Now let's start the car. Okay, so after you charge the battery, let's test out the key once again just to make sure that it works. Okay, now key in the ignition on, and then start. Right, there you go, car started. Good. So if your Mercedes is doing the same exact thing, or it got some type of issues, we're located in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Make sure that you will stop by the shop so we can diagnose your car. This is Edward. Thank you very much for watching this video. We started another car, another Mercedes for the customer. Leave a like, subscribe, comment if you want to see something new in the videos. Now I'll see you in the next one. Bye.